Welcome to this garden clearance. First section is owned by the neighbour downstairs, and the second section is owned by the neighbour upstairs. Look how bad this one is. It's got to be one of our worst garden projects ever. Lucky enough, it just stops at that fence because it keeps going and going and going right up to the back. Right, we've been told to clear that middle section, but as this is all in our way, we're going to clear this as well. So it's broken. I've been there for years. Stop down the brambles. Stop down the brambles. Poor old Bob's having to do all the work today because Andy's phoned in sick. Been on the piss again. 65-year-old man's out grafting while the youngsters are in bed. Thank you to Raj and his lovely wife for letting us open the fence panel in their garden to get easier access because I was tripping over everything. Are you still wrestling with that? Good old Bobby boy. This ain't been touched in 7 years, he said. Raj. Yeah. You look like you're in the jungle again, doing your military training. Yeah.
Hello.
He said you got a bar in the back garden.
We have.
Better not tell Daryl so we won't get him out of there. Hey? Look, he's got selective hearing here, eh? Because when you talk to him close up, he goes, what?
Yeah.
Look, he's brought his own can of beer, look. You all right, Jack, ain't you? Neighbour made us a nice cup of tea. I've had a spoon, mate. Go on, lob it over. On the camera. Shot. Good shot. That was a goal, right through the middle. We're going to have a count at the end and see how many we got. Another one. No. Carol, you don't need your radio. He's got the man cable it up. Hard work this is. You want to drink hard tea? Look at all the rubble. It's a fire hazard. Look, someone's burnt the pallet.
This one was on fire.
That was on fire. Oh look, the tree caught fire. Look how black that is. That's scarred. Look,
Burn my shed.
burn your sheds down.
Yeah, so they
Well, the insurance got your new ones.
Yeah, but the fence they have not replaced. You see the fence.
Oh bloody hell! This is why, people, accumulating floor-tipped rubbish isn't good. Poses a massive fire risk, doesn't it, Raj?
Yeah. So many things burnt over.
And nobody wants all these fires, do they?
Yeah. Now you see,
All of this is a fire hazard, my friend.
throw all these things in.
That is a major dumping ground. That's in the thousands to clear that. Look at the size of this property. There's a full bottle of beer. So you had to pay to clear all that access to get your new fence fitted. This is dangerous, isn't it? If this catches fire,
Yeah.
this is all dry and bracken. But what did you pay for all this side to be cleared, did you?
Yeah.
Or was a builder wouldn't do the fence?
Before you know, because there was not only all these things there was a brick, a lot
All
of
bricks and concrete and rubble.
So some of them we just move it.
I'll
Some
just
we-
push it over to one side, yeah, that makes
some of
sense,
them
doesn't it?
we have to keep.
What a waste of a garden, eh? Unbelievable. That's been dumped here for years, isn't it, Raj?
Years. I don't know how many years
where the paddock caught fire. Where'd all that concrete come from? Bloody hell. And your son lives next door. He's got easy access through to Dad's garden. Mum cooks his dinners, does the washing. He's had it right off, hasn't he? Another 15 minutes and we're done here, Raj. Good job, you're happy with that? Like I say, the first part of the garden, we weren't instructed to do that.
Yeah.
But we couldn't leave it. It's just full of rubbish and mess. And it took us an hour.
Very good job.
Yeah, thank you. I've done a lot today, Raj, haven't I?
Yeah.
If it weren't for Teddy, I'd have been. Oh, I have. I've got people on YouTube moaning about I talk too much. I said turn the volume down.
No, the director has to talk a lot.
The director has to tell what's going on. Thank you, Raj. I like Daryl's got my Night and Sons jumper. With his copy on there.
I ate my voice.
Oh, it's you causing fire hazards, eh?
Yeah. That's what happens when you marry.
Bloody hell, you've cleared all that.
This was overgrown to about here when
What,
we
the
moved
same
in.
as next door?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not surprised, it just spread.
Yeah. The people before us. Look, can you see at the back down there where they've launched all their rubbish over?
Tons of it.
They stood on the garage and was
That's
falling
about
over.
more. That's about, I'd say, £8,000 to clear that.
But there's
I mean, that wall ain't
it's-
looking that clever, is it? That's
no,
gotta
but
go.
the council were doing that. They started to do up to here,
Did they?
but
And then
we
they're
had
gonna knock
about
that down.
14 trees down here,
Right,
so
yeah.
he took them all out for me. Double trees.
At least
just
you're going to
from
do
sun.
something with the garden, though, ain't you? Like, to be
Football
fair,
pitch.
football
It's a football
pitch,
pitch.
100%,
It's
AstroTurf.
Yeah, right. But this is how overgrown, how long for. Look at the lawnmower.
Well, oh, it's buried. Oh, that was theirs, was it? But you've got just,
For us, it's money.
yeah, it's money for everyone. That's thousands and thousands to clear that. That's why people leave it. Why don't they just sell the land to Raj wants to buy it? Why don't they sell it to him? Oi, what are you doing in there trespassing? He can smell the bar, can't he? He's just had a beer off Raj. It was 7.4%. That's you after that 7.4 beer.
Stagger in, yeah.
Just stagger in. Oh, you can see the difference now.
Should have done it before and after, shouldn't we?
We should have done it before, yes, you're right, from up here, and then an after from up here.
Yeah.
But I did film it from ground level. But look how much is over the back.
Yeah.
Well, you can see where your garden ends. Right in there, that's how far all that brambles goes back.
Yeah.
But to get that middle section done today,
That's brilliant.
and then we've done the
fact
front
she's
bit
done
free
that
of
as well.
charge, you know, it didn't sit right with all that rubbish broken down the sheds, and you're a childminder, you've got all kids playing here.
Yeah.
It needs to be safe, doesn't it?
Yeah. That's what I mean. So now he's only got replaced 4 fence panels for me.
Yeah, well they're well bowed, didn't they?
Yeah.
But alright, thanks for letting us use your room to film
No
it.
worries.
Thank you. Well, we'll have to come back with Andy, bag the rest of that up, take all these ton bags away. Bob's done, Daryl's done, Paul's done.
Blooming marvellous job, mate.
Blooming marvellous. That's what they're all saying. Let's see him on the next video. Right, cheers, Paul.
No
I'll see you
worries,
next
be
week.
lucky.
Be
See you
lucky.
soon.
Thanks, mate. See you
Ta.
later. Bye, mate.